Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Molly, but my friends call me Mole, and I run a small sewing business from home called FREYA. Okay, so today, super exciting, I get to show you my a few things that I've made in January. So I started making these maybe the second week of January after I got a couple of the sewing books. And I have just done some modelling to insert the pictures somewhere over here. And I'm really sorry, but I've probably got resting bitch face. I don't have a very good, I don't smile very candidly. It doesn't come naturally to me. So first modelling attempt might be very dodgy, and I apologise in advance. Also, my hair, because I've been pulling on turtlenecks, is just like a frizzy mess. So excuse my hair, but when you have curly hair, it's kind of hard to manage. So yes, I would also like to say very quickly, thank you to anyone who has recently subscribed. When I last checked, I had almost 100, which is just insane. So thank you so much. Do stick around because I'm sure there'll be lots more exciting videos. And if you have any ideas for videos or projects that you'd like me to tackle, let me know in the comments below. Okay, so without further ado, so let's get started. Let's make it simple. Let's get started. Okay, so my first make is a Wendy Peak t-shirt. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the book. So I've already mentioned this one. Hopefully you can see, but this is the Wendy knitted fabric book, and I went for really simple. So this is my first stretch thing that I've made, and it was just a if I can find the right page, a peak t-shirt. So this is a peak t-shirt here. Okay, so I made this in the fabric that was in my fabric haul. So this is a Lilistoff fabric. So check out my haul video, which I will link if you want to find out where I got this fabric from and what it's called. Okay, so that's this one. The second one I made is another peak t-shirt. Hopefully you can see. It is so soft. I love this one. So this one's slightly, would I say crispy? I don't know about crispy, but obviously it's the way it's been printed. This one is much, much softer. It's so nice. So this is another fabric from Lilistoff. And it's another peak t-shirt, but this one really, really is super comfy. So yeah, so that is this one. Okay. So those are the t-shirts I made. I am making, so I showed the fabric in my fabric haul, a peak t-shirt for my sister, which I haven't made, and it's for her birthday, which is in less than 2 weeks. So I need to shake a tail feather really and get that made for her. So that will be my third. And I did want to ask you, oh, that reminds me. All of you whiz kids out there, all of you fantastic sewers, can you see, hopefully, here, so in the back it seems to ruche ever so slightly, and I'm not sure if that, I made sure that everything was equidistant or equidistant from each other when I put the neckband in, but on this one and this one, and I don't want it to happen on my sister, so I'm hoping you can tell me how to avoid this, is how to stop it from slightly puckering here, unless that's just what they do. I'm not sure whether I should distribute a bit more into the front so that it's not so tight in the back. But if anyone's got any tips about that, let me know in the comments below. That'd be really helpful. But I will try and find out and let you know if you're interested as well. Okay, so the next thing I made was a FREYA, Tilly in the Buttons FREYA. So this is made from a Lilistoff fabric as well. And I thought when I wore this all day yesterday, and it's really, really comfy. I was worried that when I made it, it was maybe too thick, but it's actually really comfy and it's really warm, and we've had snow here this weekend, so this was a perfect thing to wear over the weekend. So the neckband, I have extended it to make the a turtleneck, I guess, so it's not a mock neckband, and it's slightly snug going over my face, hence the crazy hair. But yeah, really, really comfy. So this one was taken from Tilly in the Button stretch book, and it is, if anyone's interested in making it. So that is the turtleneck version, and I'll just show you the front page so you can see. But so far they've all been really simple too. So yeah, that's the page that it starts on if you're interested. Yeah, so really nice to make. It's crazy, I hadn't actually used my overlocker to sew seams before, so that was really fun and really quick. And I made one in this really nice double knit, so it's super soft, really warm, and it's reversible. So if I show you the inside, is like this. So I feel like I missed a trick on this one really. I think if I'd extended the sleeve, I could have added a cuff, or I would have been able to turn it up so that it had a contrasting sleeve like this, which I can still do. It just means it would be a 3/4. But yeah, this one is really comfy as well. The fabric was slightly tricky to cut because once I'd washed it, it's slightly warped, or the grain, I don't know. Anyway, it's not too bad actually, and the pattern matching on the this one was really good as well. I was really happy with this, so I hope maybe you can see. I'm just going to hold that up there, but they matched quite nicely, and I wasn't sure because it was such a small print whether they would or not. Okay, so those are the 4 tops that I made, and then the third thing I made, which I popped on an Instagram story, so if you want to see what I'm doing day to day, please do check out my Instagram, because at the moment I'm kind of doing like a self-draft Saturday or making things at the weekend, so if you want to see me make things in real time, head over to my Instagram. Okay, so this one is the Tilly and the Buttons NORA, and I made this out of, now I can't remember, I don't think this fabric was in my fabric haul, because I ordered it because it was on sale, and I was too impatient to wait to do my fabric haul in February, so I made it up. And it is an organic French sweat, a French terry sweat. Does that make sense? That probably doesn't make any sense. And it does actually look like a towel, so I'm hoping I should, it was a fashion fabric, so I don't think it was meant for a towel, but yeah, so this one, the pattern matching, was slightly more tricky. So if I can remember which side and which cuff, okay. So on this side, the pattern matching is pretty good. I was pretty pleased with that. And the cuff was pretty good too, not too bad. And then, when it came to the other side, oh boy. Okay, so slightly off on this side. FYI, not that any of this really matters. I mean, when you buy stuff in, or clothes, not stuff, in shops, you don't really look for this stuff, so it doesn't really matter, I mean, the grand scheme of things, but I'm the kind of person who likes to get things right. Maybe a bit of perfectionist, which probably isn't such a great thing. Okay, so the cuff was a disaster. It is really wonky, so you can see how the red is, yeah, it's basically not very even. And the inside, basically what I think I did is I matched the underarm on the sleeve, which is pretty good. But I think I maybe skipped a row, and then it was all, yeah, out of step on this end. So yeah, something for me to remember in the future. Make sure if I'm matching my underarms, it still meets at the cuff. Okay, so that's this one, and it's more of a relaxed look because there's not much structure to the fabric. I wasn't too sure about this one when I made it. It is growing on me, it's really comfy. Now, so those are all the tops that I've made. So, I mean, I have made a hacked FREYA with like a slash neck, but I made that in February, so I'm gonna put that in my sew and tell for Feb. And I cut all my pattern out for the Frankie, and I showed you some striped fabric, but I think it's more of a spring thing, so I think I'm gonna try that maybe in March. So that's kind of cut out ready. Maybe I'll do it this month, I don't know. Okay, so now we're on to let me just grab them. So, like I said, I'm gonna be inserting all my modelling here, so don't laugh at me. Okay, so this is the closet case, not closet case, in the folds, Peppermint jumpsuit. So I made this out of a double gauze, and I said in my fabric haul video that I was afraid that it would be too sheer, and it is sheer. And I'm thinking it's the kind of thing that if I stood in the sunlight, everyone would be able to see through it. But when I look at myself in the mirror, I can't see through. So I'm not really sure whether it is or not. So this one is, I guess, an acquired taste, I would say. It's obviously not fitted, and it's very baggy, but it's really comfortable. And yeah, I really like it. Kind of, I don't know. It's kind of Japanesey, maybe not, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. And I didn't adjust the length of the crotch, and I'm thinking now maybe I should have brought it up ever so slightly because it is quite low, but I have been wrapping it around and then sort of putting my top up, but that should be in the video, just to make it fit slightly better. So this is definitely, if you're into fitted things, this probably wouldn't be your thing. I've just realised I forgot to show you the patterns, so I will very quickly. So this is the NORA pattern if you're after it, and that was the red and white stripy French sweat, French terry, and that's the free pattern for the Peppermint jumpsuit. Okay, and then, so second to last thing is the Tilly in the Buttons CLEO dungarees, which I absolutely love the colour of this fabric. I wasn't sure when I bought it, but I think it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so a few things about this one. First of all, if any of you use air erasable markers, maybe you can see, or maybe you can't see. It's still on there, and I think it's because this isn't a synthetic, so when I use it on my the bridal gowns, it disappears really quickly, thank God, and on cotton it doesn't seem to, so whether it needs a wash, I did put some on a white t-shirt and it took about 2 weeks to go, so I made this about 2 weeks ago, so hopefully it'll go soon, otherwise I will wash it. Okay, so the first thing that I thought about this one was, this is just me being really picky, so I put like a proper fell seam in rather than overlocking it in the back and turning it over. So in the instructions it says to overlock and then fold it over and top stitch on top, but I didn't. I just wanted to look a bit neater on the inside. I suppose the only thing about this is that it's slightly off centre. So that is actually the centre line here, and it's bigger on this side than this side, and that's just the way the pattern was made, which obviously is no biggie, but I think if I made it again I would change that so it was central. Also, I'm not sure whether it really suits me, I'm not sure if it's a great shape for me. It's kind of like, I think because I'm bigger on my hips, like lots of ladies are, it's kind of like a bag. I think it would suit me better if it was an A-line shape. So that's kind of something to think about in the future if I can adapt it, but hopefully you can see in the videos I'm showing. So that is the Tilly in the Buttons, and that is the pattern there if anyone is interested, with thread all over it there. Okay, and so the last thing, and my favourite thing, I love these so much, oh my god, they are so comfortable, so I wore them all day yesterday, oh, so comfy, is my closet case Jenny overalls, which are these beautiful things here, which I'm not going to be able to get in frame, but hopefully you can see in the video that I'm going to, or have inserted here. Yeah, oh, I love these, love these. So the denim is so soft, it's so soft. So this is from the Organic Textile Company as well. It was super thick to sew. So I don't know if anyone has the fear of flying needles, but I have seriously got the fear when I sew at the moment, and I was just worried that the needle would snap at every moment and ping me in the face. I think I need safety goggles or something. Yeah, so it's really thick to sew. It took quite a long time. It wasn't too bad on my sewing machine, but there are a few points that I need to watch out for in the future. So hopefully this is highlighted in my modelling video, but you can see here on the side seam that it slightly pulls to the front here, and it took so long to top stitch over this to secure the pocket. Yeah, and I think when I did it, I've just the fabric is just being pulled forward ever so slightly. Also, it might be the nature of the fabric because there's no stretch in it. It is, so in the back here on the waistband, it's just slightly loose on me, which I don't mind because I don't really like things that are super tight. And I like a bit of movement. So whether it just needs to be, yeah, whether the back seam here needs to be taken in ever so slightly. And also because I top stitched as much as I could until the thread ran out, most things in this red, it really shows up all your mistakes. So it took quite a while to try and make things as even as possible. But yeah, so comfy. I can't wait to make another pair. I learned so much. I highly recommend you doing the Closet Case Jenny overall pattern. It was really fun. Took me quite a long time. I'm quite a slow sewer, which is really nice because I'm used to having the pressure of doing sewing for other people, but it's really nice to take it slow and learn and not rush and not feel any stress. So I love working on my own projects. Okay, so that's kind of it for my sew and tell. Thank you so much for anyone who subscribed once again. Stick around for loads more fun videos. Like, subscribe, share, tell everyone, and I will see you all next Wednesday. Bye!